And coming up next, we have Jen Post. Jen Post. Reverend Jen Post is a awakener, cosmic goddess, Bluestar channel for the higher Alkali, Akashic records, reader, and starlight being, and working with the Ascended Masters. She is a Star Seed Galactic teacher and a spiritual counselor. She also helps you guys to awaken, empower, and heal your balanced life to oneness. And you can find her at mindbodyspirit3.com. And she's going to be covering a lot of things, because when she gets going, she gets going. You know, whether it's a message, whether it's a download, whether it's light language. And welcome to the stage, Jen. You got 25 minutes.
All right. Oh, let me put that on my clock here. All right. Welcome, everybody. All right. Let's just take a nice deep breath, because we are all have been moving through such wonderful and powerful shifts. I'm going to be talking about numerous things today in 25 minutes. So let's just get started, okay? So I'm going to talk a little bit about the soul plan reading, and I'm going to share my screen with you and talk about how this reading has changed my life and how it will change your life. I'm going to talk a little bit about ascension symptoms, the dark night of the soul, the shadow self, and two really major cosmic shifts that we just had with the summer solstice and the 5-planet alignment that we are experiencing with these last couple of days. So really powerful stuff, helping us to move to our next level of awakening. I offer once or twice a month channelings. I do channel for the highlight of Alkali and connect to the angelic realm, the star races, multi-dimensions, and I bring forth information and downloads and activations, healings for people who attend these Zooms that I offer and these events. We had a powerful summer solstice event last week where the Phoenix came in and we got activated with the Phoenix within. And this energy that's working with the collective right now is about us clearing away old patterning. So you may have noticed that your triggers were coming up a couple of weeks ago, things that, you know, are triggering you to heal and address within yourself or your relationships. That's all part of the summer solstice, this day of intense, long light coming in, which brings clarity to what we need to heal. And the Phoenix rising up from the ashes, it's about spiritual death and rebirth. We worked through this incredible ceremonial fire. I do record all of my activations, so you can purchase them to do as well. The Phoenix blazing away our path, clearing out the debris and these patterns and limiting thoughts that we have, so we can get to the next level of our consciousness, of our light body. We had then, oh my goodness, the last couple of days, the 5 planets that are aligned in the sky: Venus, Mars, Saturn, Mercury, and Jupiter, Venus, and the crescent moon. So we did a very powerful activation last night with aligning all of the planets with your chakras. And we opened up your 8th chakra, which is the bridge right now to going into the higher realms. So that recording is also available. So many light body shifts that we are collectively going through. So you guys and myself and mankind is going through another leveling up of our awareness of our consciousness. Now, this all really ties into this one fundamental reading that I offer here in my healing practice. I've been on this path since 2009 when my son's friend died in front of him. He was killed on a bike, and his soul started coming to me, telling me that he was my son in a past life. So I basically went through a really profound awakening. It's called the dark night of the soul, where something happens within you that breaks and cracks you open. And it's a very uncomfortable phase that we all go through. It could be a divorce, it could be a death of a loved one, it could be an illness. You know, it could even be a move, you know, moving from one location to another. It's like a whole energetic shift. And we all have a time within our soul that we are going to crack open and start to go through that journey of traveling back to oneness. We all come into this world from source. And then as we're born, we experience what separation feels like, right? When the umbilical cord is cut, this is when we experience separation. And what I am here to help you through this journey and everything that I've gone through to assist you is about journeying back to oneness. So we come here in the third dimension, we experience duality, polarity, and we move through our earthly journey trying to incorporate all of our teachings and our healings to essentially return back to oneness, where we know we are of source, we're all God energy. So I'm going to share with you, hold on, my soul plan reading. Here we go. Let's see. Hold on. I gotta see if I can't see it. Okay, here we go. So when I had that awakening where my son's friend died in front of him, all these memories started to flood back into the connection with him. I only met him for 5 minutes in this lifetime as my son's friend, but all these memories started coming back, and the feeling that I knew and recognized him, and the pain I felt for his loss of this lifetime through that tragic death of him being killed on a bike, really threw me for a loop, because I started listening and hearing spirit. He came and visited me, telling me he was my son in a past life and that he was going to be the catalyst to what I am here to do. Now, of course, I had no idea really what that meant in totality. I was just trying to, you know, work through the process of this trauma and, of course, be there for my son all the while, having all of my senses heightened. You know, the floodgates open when you go through the dark night of the soul and you start asking, like, why are we here? What is our purpose? You start to look at every relationship you ever had and what it meant. And you just do a whole re-evaluation of your entire life. And that's what it's meant to bring up, the darkness, the shadows within ourselves, so we can address it and heal it. And this is how we become a unified being once again. This is how we connect to our higher self and merge with our Holy Spirit, merge with our higher self, and journey back to oneness. So the journey back to oneness, I mean, it is a ride. It's a ride. It's got its, you know, peaks and valleys and all the stuff that goes along with it. And the dark night of the soul will shake you to your core and start to bring up everything that you need to address. So what is an amazing thing is when you go through your dark night of the soul, your teacher will be brought to you, somebody, a healer, who will help you through your journey, your earthly and spiritual journey. And that's what was starting to happen with me. I started noticing, seeing repeating numbers, 444, 1111, 555. And I was like, what? Or even 911. And I started like, what does all this mean? You know, and it just, everything started to like go so fast. And I found myself having incredible experiences with Archangel Michael. And I thought I was losing my mind. He was telling me I named my son after him and saw him descending down from my ceiling. So yeah, just a challenging time to understand between, what was real, what was not, and discernment through that process. And I started investigating in the Archangels. And I was at a bookstore and a woman behind me comes up and goes, "Oh, I read that book." And it was a Doreen Virtue angel book. And we just started chit-chatting, and she tells me she's up from Florida and she does these readings called the soul plan reading. And because of all the little synchronicities I was having, I knew that she was placed there for a very specific meeting with me. And I was meant to have this reading. So I went and had my reading, and this is what is on your screen right here. I remember the moment she handed me the paper and I looked at it and I was like, what the heck does all this mean? It's like these scribbles and, all of this. It's just like Greek. But she started going through and explaining to me that this is based on your birth name. Your higher self gave you your birth name. Your parents might want to take all credit for it, but it's your higher self that said, okay, you're going to be born at a certain time and date. That's going to give you all of the, astrology energies that you're going to work with. And you're going to have a soul signature, a vibration, which will be based on what humans will have as a human name. So my name, Jennifer Lynn Beldy, my higher self gave me, as well as picked all of my karmic relationships, my parents and siblings and stuff like that. We convert this. This is based in ancient Hebrew, which is the ancient language of light. It is the closest language to light that is on this planet. And the Star of David here, a lot of people just think the Star of David as a Jewish symbol, but it is a multicultural symbol. It represents the blueprint of God, the fingerprint of God, which is you. And it then, in a two-dimensional form, we have the two triangles, as you see here on your screen. It's an alchemical symbol. The upper triangle is fire, the lower one is of water. And it turns into what we call the Merkaba, or some people call it the Merkaba, and in Hebrew it's the Merkava. And this is our ascension vehicle in this lifetime. So when you were born, you have this energy sequence through your name. And as you go through your dark night of the soul and your spiritual journey, and you're here listening to me now, so there is a reason why your higher self wants you to connect and receive this information. It will take you to the next level of your life, as it did for me. And as you start to ascend and move up into the higher light body process, we connect to our Merkava, which is our vehicle that we can travel multidimensionally. But bringing it back down, to just to explain the profound changes that happen, is that every vibration that your name gets converted to around the Star of David holds polarity. So your worldly challenge and your spiritual challenges will be your karma, your karma that you're clearing in this lifetime. And each one of these vibrations has polarity, which means you will go through a challenging aspect of the vibration and also a positive attribute of it. They all have a star sign connected to it. They all have an organ or a body part connected to it because it's your energy. So the energy coming through your birth name into your energy field that's displayed here in the Star of David will affect a body part. I can't tell you how many people I have read, and I've read thousands of people, and they have had organs removed, their appendix, or they've had gallbladder issues, or they have kidney issues, or whatever it is that they go through. And it's directly linked to these energies because they've gone through the challenges of each vibration. So if you were to have this reading, you will walk away understanding all of the challenges that you are going to face in this lifetime and how to switch over to the higher aspects so you are connecting to the more positive attributes of your existence. So all of your relationships that you have, every single person that is in your life, your bosses, your children, your spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, parents, are going to be directly associated to your soul plan because they are your players. It's like a game of chess. You come here, you have your energy, you come here to heal and to transcend your challenges and to hopefully get to a place where you start to connect to your higher self, and your soul plan will reveal all of that to you or for you. So if you look at my soul plan here, I have a couple of repeating numbers, worldly challenges and spiritual goals. That if your chart has double vibrations, that just means your soul wanted to emphasize or focus on this energy in this lifetime. Now, there is another reading that I also offer. It's called the overlay soul plan reading, which is your married name, or if you've changed your name, or if you want to have a business name, we will put the energies in here to convert it so you know the additional energies that you are working with. But we always have to have the foundational information of your birth chart. So this is my name, my higher self gave me. And I have moved through all of these experiences and relationships directly from a result of these vibrations. So just to give you a couple of an example, all right, so if you look at the first vibration, worldly challenges. So the triangle going down is your worldly challenges, talents, and goals. And then your upper one is your spiritual challenges, talents, and goals. And as we move through our spiritual path, we want to become integrated. We need to balance the male and the female aspects within us, right? So become androgynous like the Archangels. So my first vibration is about slavery to dominion, and that was my first relationship. Actually, it was all of my relationships with this, because it is about people wanting to keep me quiet. That symbol, which is a light language symbol, is a little tongue. And then the 8 represents clairvoyance. So these readings will tell you what psychic abilities that you have and what is holding you back with stepping into your abilities. So for me, it was about this submission. So I had everybody in my life was a dominator. My first husband sat and said, "You sit next to me and you do not speak." So he was that role. He came in my incarnation cycle to show me so I can learn to break out of that domination. And I was married for him for 16 years. And it took me a lot of strength to leave and to start speaking. I had chronic strep throat infections under that marriage because that was my worldly challenge. It was breaking out from somebody who was holding me back from my true expression. So every person now that I've met and have had a relationship with, they try to, quiet me, and I will feel intimidated to share my truths, my authentic truths, but I've healed it. And what happens when you heal these aspects and when you're fully consciously aware of what your challenges are, talk about empowerment. I had my reading and everything she said, I cried, because these were the things I didn't speak to people, all my insecurities, how I thought and I looked at myself, the lower thoughts and emotions. And I came to understand why I attracted the same people and the same relationships and had the same cycles patterning over and over again. So I used my soul plan chart to break free. And now I have a business where all I do is communicate. So now I have switched from the lower aspect of my vibration of the 17-8, which is fearful, scared, people dominating me, to this incredible, powerful expression of myself. So incredible shifting. Now, my next vibration, the worldly talents, is called death and rebirth. I've had 5 near-death experiences, and the death of my son's friend awakened me. And that was part of me reshifting my emotional foundation. So all through these spiritual deaths and births and physical, almost near-death experiences, has helped healed the emotional side of me, where I had lack of self-love, lack of confidence, all those, remember, those lower aspects of the vibration. And as I did my healing work, I have become the emotional stable force for others too. I'm a counselor in my healing business. I help people move through these emotional pains and traumas and blockages. I even help souls cross over and help them with their ascension process, which is all part of that death to rebirth process. So you will have very earthly, relatable understanding of your vibration, but then the highest aspect I will also bring in for you, like with me helping souls cross over and understanding the death to life process. So very, very powerful. The 4/4s, the next one we moved into, was about understanding about abundance. I grew up with in a multi-million-dollar family business, and I walked away from it. My first husband made, lots of money. And that was part of him keeping me, submissive. You're nothing without a paycheck. And that was literally spoken to me. And a family business where I saw the arguments and the fighting over money, and I wanted no part of it. I can't understand what the drive of money. So in my business, I keep my prices so very reasonable because I want to help you. And when people charge an astronomical fee for a service, how can you really heal? You have one session. That's not what I'm about. I'm here to walk you through your lifely and spiritual journey and help you at every aspect. And that's what this vibration is about. It is about that. It is learning. It's a major polarity lesson of learning about money and your self-worth, about money and around money, and understanding that the universe is abundant and it is your birthright. So it is so profound, these shifts, that when I had this reading, I cried. And just to kind of fast forward, and so I don't run out of time,
Actually, it's a little over time.
Are we? Oh, okay. I had 2 minutes left. Okay. Just to, oh, you know what? Yeah, I know everybody was kind of running a little bit over. So
We're just running a little late, Kim.
Okay, thank you.
So just to kind of go into my soul's destiny and just to show how profound these readings are. She told me the 10-1 vibration, the middle of this, is where this is governed by Archangel Michael, and I work hand in hand with Archangel Michael. And this is why I started to cry, because like I said, when I was going through my dark night of the soul and I started having visitations from an angel out of nowhere, descending from my wall and thinking that I was really losing my mind, when she said, you work with the angelic frequencies, you are part of the angelic frequency, especially Archangel Michael, it sealed the deal. It was so concrete. And I walked away, and she says, you had no idea how much your life is going to change. So between what my son's friend said, with him being the catalyst, and then this divine timing, just like you are all here listening to this divine timing, and understanding that I am here to be of service. The 10-1 is a service incarnation. It is integrating the male and female energies It is about union. It is about creating heaven on earth and helping people who are awakening and going through their awakening process to navigate through all of this and to know that, yeah, we do feel different. There is something within us that is awakening, and I am here to help you with that along this journey, which will be vast. And I started to shift my career. I was an esthetician for a very long time, and my spiritual challenges, the 3-3, was the limiting thoughts and challenges I had to go through about thinking that I would not be a good mentor or teacher. And once I moved through healing that and forged forward, knowing concretely from having my soul plan reading done that I am here to teach, I am here to help you awaken, to help empower you, to help you get out there, to connect to your abilities, to flourish, to heal your relationships, to heal your past life karma. My world changed overnight. Left the aesthetics world and started taking seminary school. And like I said, all those people will come in to support you. And I learned to trust and listen to my higher self and my guides that are leading me, and knowing that the universe has my back at all times. And my life has changed completely. And I am now living my soul's destiny and my soul's mission here. And that is what this reading will give to you, that clear-cut, conscious understanding of what you are here to heal, why the relationships you have, that you've gone through all your challenges, what you are here at a grander scale to heal and to live that expression. So that is a very powerful reading. I think one of the most important readings that you will ever have in your lifetime. I do offer other things in my healing practice, but this is the one I'm so passionate about because I know the massive transformation that will take place. It is an activation. Bringing this information to your conscious mind will activate you and get things moving in your energy field for you to step into your passion, to your mission, to why you are here. So I look forward with helping all of you. These readings are normally 170, 17 being the number of integration, but Spirit told me to offer them at a discount for $111, which is the number of spiritual transformation. It's governed by Archangel Metatron, another one of my guides, the Ascension Archangel. So if you've been seeing these numbers repeating, that means you're going to another level of awakening. Another spiritual path is opening up for you. And it is about connecting to the positive attributes of the universe. And I think now my phone didn't even go off. So let me stop sharing this page so I can see if usually Sherry, okay, she said right there on the line there, posting a number, we're rocking and rolling. My number, if you guys have to start posting your.
Do not say anything.
I'm not saying nothing.
Do not say nothing. Take a pause. Take a pause. Thank you, Jen. She can go on and on. She teaches, you know, she has activations, meditations. She does things on the solstice, on the planetary alignments, on the equinox, on the eclipse, full moon, new moon. Everything you could think of, a reason for her to have a party. Okay, so Jen's gathering. So put
Yes.
put in the chat from 0 to 100 if you'd like to win a session with Jen. 0 to 100, put a number, and she's going to write down a number or close her eyes, and then she's going to tell us a number, and the closest number is going to win a session with Jen. Okay, so if you want to win a session with her, it's valued at $111. It's actually valued at more than that. She's just a reduced show price right now. So put your number in the chat, and we'll do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up next, you're gonna follow, let's see, who's up next? We have Mila right now in the Playroom. And coming up next in the main room is Ken Conway. And also in room number 2 is where we have the psychic healing booking room. That's where you can go get your 5-minute free readings, as well as reduced show prices. If you have a problem going to the room, we'll move you. Don't be stuck here in this room. There's a lot of action going on behind the rooms in the breakout rooms. This is not just a main room opportunity. If you have a problem, go to the bottom of your screen, click the 3 dots to say more with your left finger, go to breakout rooms, and you're going to see a little platform that shows up, which is like a screen, like a menu. On the right side, you're going to see the word join. It's lit up. Number 1, you'll see the word join. That's blue. Number 1, that's where you're going to go for the Playroom. And number 2 is the 5 minutes free, the psychic booking room, as well as reduced show prices. They are being monitored. And when you do have an appointment with everybody, they do have their own specific room. So do not go into a room unless you have an appointment with them. Everybody has a room identified in front of their name. Okay, guys. So let's do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jen, what is your number? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is it? 6, 8. Liana, congratulations.
Ooh, it's one of my
Yes.
friends' names.
Yes,
I'm so excited.
6, 8. Yeah.
That was my own intuition to pick that number, actually.
That's exactly right, friend.
Awesome. Oh, I'm super, super excited because I didn't get to connect with you last time. So now I'm super excited.
Divine timing. That's
I
what
know.
I said. Right?
Yay. Thank you so much.
Well, beautiful. If you want to follow Jen to her room number 12, ask her any questions and do any Q&A.
Yeah, we'll get your information.
You can collect the information, and she'll
Okay.
be back into the Playroom at 5 o'clock for a half hour. And you guys can book any appointments with her right now in room number 2. Okay. Jean is there to take appointments with for Jen.